Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Blackwell Deception. When we last left off, we had made it to, we have basically solved, one death and moved on to yet another. In this episode, we are trying to figure out what we can about the ghost, if I can find it in the notes, Tiffany Walters. However, fortunately, we have a lead, and that lead led us to this barista named Rachel.
Hi again. Hi! Are you Rachel Abu? Yeah, that's me.
What can you tell us about Tiffany?
I wanted to talk to you about Tiffany Walters.
Tiffany? What about her?
You were friends, right?
Sort of. Yeah, we were friends before she died.
I'm looking into her death.
Why? Wasn't it a brain aneurysm or something?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, okay, but I'm not sure what kind of help I can be.
I think I need to turn the voices up. They're a little bit quiet for me.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Have a good night.
Options, voice volume, a little bit louder. And
Hi
resume.
again.
Hi!
Consult notes.
So you and Tiffany were friends?
A few years ago, we were both office temps, and when our jobs ended, we got close. I went on to start this place. She stayed on with the temp agency. She was trying to find her way, you know? Maybe she thought she found it.
What do you mean?
She met some guy named Ken at one of her temp jobs. Then she stopped hanging out with me. Same old story. I don't blame her. It happens.
Okay, that's a new lead. So she worked a temp job at an office with a guy named Ken. And, well, I think we can put two and two together.
She never told me, and those temp agencies bounce you around.
What about the agency she worked for?
You didn't work at the same agency, so I wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to ask about that. I thought I was in the notes menu to combine things, not ask about things. Whoops. Okay. Temp agency,
STP could be a temp
STP.
agency, I suppose. Only one way to find out. Give me a sec.
You talking to me?
Bingo. STP stands for Sterling Temp Placement. And here's the address. It's just south of Midtown.
You enjoy that thing a little too much.
I mean, it's quite useful for double checking stuff on the go, especially when Joey messes with most other things. Why he doesn't affect the phone Wi-Fi, I don't quite understand. Because he does mess with phone signals normally.
No connection that I can see. Rachel told me that Tiffany was seeing a man named Ken.
Right.
Hi again.
Let's ask
Hi.
about that. What can you tell us about
What do you
Ken?
know about the guy Tiffany was with?
Only that his name was Ken, and she met him while on one of her office temp jobs. Tiffany was kind of intense about him. She really fell head over heels. I couldn't tell if it was sweet or if it was scary.
Right.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Have a good night.
So, Tiffany had a crush on this guy.
Hi. Are you busy?
Sorry, we're not taking new applicants right now. And even if I were, it's several hours past closing time.
I'm not looking for a job. Sorry. I was hoping to ask you some questions.
Will this take long?
It depends on you.
Fine, what do you want?
Okay, I guess we're going to need to ask about the hour, and then consult our notes. Side note, I'm pretty sure this is an archive voiced by the game's creator. It happens so often in these games.
You're open kind of late.
Like I said, we're not open. Just because I'm not seeing a client doesn't mean there isn't work to do.
Alright. Consulting notes.
I wanted to talk to you about Tiffany Walters. She used to work for this agency.
Yes, I remember her.
I need to know what company you placed her in.
That, I'm afraid, is confidential.
Are you aware that Tiffany is dead?
I am aware, yes, but it doesn't change anything.
Do you know anyone named Ken? I think Tiffany was involved with him.
I can't tell you anything about that. That's confidential information.
So something happened, but you can't tell me about it.
I said nothing of the sort.
Okay, what can you tell me about
So,
here?
what can you tell me about this place?
If you want to know more, come back during business hours.
Do you
Okay.
know anyone named Gavin?
No, I don't.
Do you know anything about a nightclub called Munray's?
No, I don't.
Okay. I just thought I'd double check. I can ask him if he knows about the High
Do you
Line.
ever go up to the High Line?
I don't. No time.
Okay, I think that's all we're getting out of this conversation.
Well, thanks. I'll be going now.
Right.
This is STP, all right. They look like leaflets for this temp agency. I don't think I need any of those.
Darn.
Looks like a race car calendar.
We don't need to go back there. Typical suit. Pale from sitting in an office all day. Probably has an ulcer, too. Sterling here forgot to change the month. Now there's a logo that's overcompensating for something. Just saying.
Okay.
You might be interested in seeing this.
The City Post? Is that who you're working for?
Yes, the biggest paper in the city. Maybe you can be more forthcoming now.
No, doesn't change a thing. Confidential is confidential. You just made doubly sure that I won't say anything.
They look like leaflets.
Right.
I already told him I was a reporter. Showing him this would only confuse things.
Right.
I don't think he'll be impressed by that.
Unfortunately, we can't do much after that. We did need to tell him we're a reporter, but we can't do much there now. We need to go back to Tiffany.
Stay close to the door, Red. I'm heading in.
After you, Joey.
Hello again.
What?
Consult notes.
I heard you worked for Sterling.
Well, those jerks.
Jerks.
They fired me, terminated my contract, for no reason.
Sorry to hear that.
Whatever. It's not like there aren't other temp agencies.
She believes she was fired for no reason.
So, tell me about Ken.
Ken? He's wonderful.
Is he now?
He's... I can't begin to explain.
Try me.
He... Wait. Not you too.
Huh?
Why is everyone against us? I don't understand.
I'd like to understand. How about you tell me about it?
Just go away.
I wonder.
So, tell me about yourself, Tiffany.
Nice try, but I don't think so.
Okay, that's as much as we're gonna get.
Well, see you around.
Yeah, see ya.
So she was fired for
Okay, you can relax. I'm back.
supposedly no reason. However, Rachel told us her interest in Ken was potentially creepy. So,
I don't think those are connected.
darn. Well, now we can go back to Sterling and ask why she was fired.
Hi again.
Yes?
I know you terminated Tiffany's contract. Could you tell me why?
Look, we had a serious complaint and had to let her go. That's all I can say.
You can't tell me who made the complaint.
Absolutely not.
Right, he can't tell us because of
Why
confidentiality.
the secrecy? Surely Tiffany won't mind. She's dead.
Look, whatever happened, happened at the client's office. And I like to keep my clients. Agencies like mine are struggling to stay in business. People just aren't hiring temps like they used to. So if it's all the same, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Right. I have a feeling we can piece together who made the complaint, given what we know.
So you'd say your reputation is important.
Of course it's important. Without it, who would do business with us?
Well, I guess we've got to resort to blackmail
Well,
now.
I'm afraid that I have no choice but to end my article with you.
Huh? What do you mean?
An investigation is like following links in a chain, and you're the last link.
Is this supposed to be a threat? I've told you absolutely nothing.
Oh, don't worry.
I mean, it
I'll just
could
write
be.
the truth about how you fired her and then refused to comment on her tragic death in the City Post, read by millions. That should do wonders for your reputation, don't you think?
Why are you harassing me? Surely there are other leads you could follow.
Maybe, but I'm on a deadline. It's a shame that I don't have someone else to harass instead. Maybe then I could avoid mentioning this place entirely.
This is blackmail. Fine. The man you want is Ken Sharp of Sharp Sound. Now just get out of here.
That last name sounds familiar. I wonder. Okay. So,
Rachel told me that Tiffany was seeing a man named Ken. I can't see any connection.
I mean, the connection was spelled out for us. Right. We're gonna have to search. Oh, that's why it's familiar. Yup. As I thought, owned by Kenneth Sharp and Cecil Sharp.
Hi again.
Hi.
You wouldn't know where Ken is.
No,
I mean, we know where
Thanks.
Ken
I'll see you
is.
around.
We don't need
Have a
to
good
ask.
night.
It says Sharp Sound. It says
Okay.
Gal Friday Publishing. It's the door to the stairwell.
Becca, I found your phone. I've got it in my desk drawer. Swing by when you can get a chance. And I'll give it back to you. Ken. I have a feeling this will be important. We've got a phone number now.
Locked. I am not walking down 33 flights of stairs.
That's a long way to go to get up
Nice.
here.
You think that's real? I bet that's real. I'm not stealing the plant. I've got plenty at home.
Let's see what Joey has to say
It
about
says Sharp
things.
Sound. It says Gal Friday Publishing. Gives the place a
Not
bit
much.
of color, I'll give it that. It's the elevator. Looks like the door to a stairwell.
Right. I don't know why I thought he'd have objections to going into the elevator.
Just a stairwell.
Okay.
Nothing interesting in there. Nope, still a ghost. Still can't pick that up. There's a reason why I keep my hands in my pockets. There's less disappointment that way.
Right. And he is very snarky
That
about the
looks like
things
the
he
door we
can't
want.
pick up.
Come on in.
Hi, are you Ken Sharp?
I sure am. What can I do for you, Miss?
Blackwell. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Nah, the midnight oil can wait. What's up?
I'm helping out the City Post with an article. I was hoping I could ask you some questions.
The newspaper. Sure. Ask away.
We do a lot of lying to get around in this game.
So, what can you tell me about this place?
This place? We're an audio studio. You need any voiceover music or sound design? Then we're your guys.
Right.
So, tell me about yourself.
Not much to say. What you see is what you get.
Okay, tell me about
Do you ever
Sterling.
deal with a temp agency called Sterling?
Yeah, I use them to hire temps sometimes, when things get busy.
Are you using them now?
Not at the moment. Things are pretty slow.
Okay, tell me about
I was
Tiffany.
hoping to talk to you about Tiffany.
Tiffany,
Walters, she used to work for you as a temp.
did she? I'm afraid we've gone through quite a few temps.
Yeah, I'll bet he has.
So, I'm sorry. She might have worked for us, but I don't remember her.
Right.
Do you know anything about a nightclub called Munray's?
My nightclub days are long gone. I just help make the music now.
Do you know anyone named Elaine Appleton?
Can't say that I do, no.
Do you know
Okay.
anyone named Gavin?
Can't say that I...
Do you ever go up to the High Line?
That just opened up, right? Haven't been able to get up there yet.
Okay. So, we've basically exhausted our list of things we can ask him about. I have doubts he knows anything about Jeremy
Did you ever
Sams.
talk to a reporter named Jeremy Sams?
He from the City Post too?
Yeah, I'm covering for him.
Sorry, I don't think I ever met the guy.
Right.
I spoke to a guy from Sterling. He confirmed she worked here.
For all I know, he might be right, but I don't remember. Like I said, we go through a lot of temps here.
Okay, the
You filed a
complaint.
complaint with Sterling about Tiffany. You don't remember that?
Have you ever worked with temps? Some are all right, but others, well, there's a reason why they are temping. So sure, I've made my share of complaints, but can I remember any specific one? No.
Were you ever in a relationship with anyone named Tiffany?
Miss Blackwell, was it? I have a wife and 2 kids, and none of them are named Tiffany.
I'm just following a lead. I was told that Tiffany was involved with someone named Ken.
Well, it wasn't me.
Let's leave him because I want to look at these pictures
Well,
back
thanks.
there.
See you around.
And in order to look at those pictures, I need to
I'm gonna go in
send
and snoop
Joey
around. You
in.
sit tight.
Right, and that's the picture we saw in Blackwell Unbound. And this is another picture which we haven't seen before.
Leads to a back room. I couldn't even begin to guess what this stuff is for. Nothing important back there.
Right. So, as useful as it might be to sneak around as Joey, we
Come on in.
need to continue this conversation before we can do anything.
That's an interesting picture up there. I don't recognize the band.
Well, you wouldn't. That was my dad's group. They haven't been together since the 60s.
What happened to them?
They died.
They died, I think.
What?
He never talked about it much.
I love how matter-of-factly that was done by, or said by both Joey and Ken. Okay. Framed Polaroid.
Him? That's my dad. He and I started this place about 20 years ago. He's retired now, but he pops his head in sometimes.
Alright. Check, not check notes. Why check notes when we've exhausted everything?
Are you sure you don't remember a Tiffany Walters?
I told you, I don't remember anyone named Tiffany Walters.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
See you around.
So he's claiming to not know a damn thing. So,
I'm gonna go in and
send Joey in. And he's in the note said he had a
I can
phone
barely
in
make
his
anything
drawer.
out in here.
Oh. It's dark in here. I wonder.
Kind of black. I have no idea what it is. I can't see a thing.
So we'll switch back to Rosa, and that looked like a phone shape.
It's a set of drawers.
Yeah, poke your head in.
It looks like one of those plastic squares Red calls a phone. Looks like a love letter, and it's signed Tiffany. Sounds like our boy Ken knew Tiffany after all.
Right. Okay, we're gonna switch back to Rosa and hang up.
Come on in.
The letter in his
So,
desk.
tell me, Ken, why do you have a letter from Tiffany in your desk?
What? Oh, what is this? Are you sneaking in here while I'm not around? Is that it?
Maybe I'm just psychic.
Yeah? Well, maybe I'll just call the police.
I just want to find out what happened to Tiffany.
Look, whatever happened to her, it had nothing to do with me.
Maybe you're right, but maybe you can tell me what happened so I can decide for myself?
You're a real piece of work. Fine. Go on. Ask what you want.
You may be a real piece of work, but you won't find our prints anywhere on the desk itself, so... So, what happened?
So, tell me about Tiffany.
Look, you breathe a word of this, and I'll have the police on you so fast it'll make your head spin.
Lips are sealed.
All right. Yes, I knew Tiffany. You probably guessed that we were involved.
I gathered that.
I was working late. We were doing spots for a new TV commercial, and she volunteered to help out. I thought she just wanted the overtime, but turns out she wanted something else.
Right, she came on to
Came
him.
on to you?
Yeah, she wouldn't take no for an answer. Look, I'm a married guy with 2 kids. I know it was wrong. I just couldn't help myself. It was like a drug. Of course, the girl was completely crazy. I should have noticed that right off.
Right. So why keep the letter? The letter. Jesus.
Why do you keep the letter if the relationship is over?
I don't know. Nostalgia, maybe? It was nice at the beginning. She was crazy, but she saw something in me. I suppose I still want to hold on to that, especially now that she's, you know, gone.
Okay. What do you mean she was crazy?
Crazy? How so?
My God, the girl was obsessed. Showing up at the office at all hours, stalking me, calling my house at night. She kept saying we were destined to be together, that it was fate. Even when I tried to break it off, she wouldn't take no for an answer. God, what a nightmare. I should have broken it off long before I did.
That is incredibly concerning. And incredibly creepy. So you ended
You
it.
did end things with her.
God, yes. I had to. even if I wasn't a married man, the woman was a complete head case, talking about the stars and fate and destiny. She even started calling me Turtle Dove. What a nightmare.
Turtle dove?
So I buckled down and ended it. And she didn't take it well. I had to get a restraining order put on her. I've learned my lesson, that's for sure. No more temps, and definitely no more affairs. My life is with my wife and family.
Confirm it's
So
over.
you're through with Tiffany completely.
Yes, I'm sorry she's gone, but I'm glad she's out of my life. What a total embarrassment she was.
Okay, so this dialogue option remains, and that's important. We're gonna
Well,
need
thanks.
that.
See you around.
I'm not stealing the plant.
Okay. Back to the cafe.
Hi, Detective Durkin?
Yeah?
Well,
See you.
No, wait. I don't need Jeremy's phone. What am I thinking? What I need is Rosa's going to stand out there. Well, right. Okay.
Stay close to the door, Red.
So-
I'm heading in.
after you, Joey.
This video might be a little bit longer because we're about to solve a puzzle.
Hello again.
What?
Consult notes.
Look, you're gonna have to face facts. Ken is through with you.
You're lying. Deep down, he still loves me. He just can't admit it.
He told me himself.
I don't believe you.
She does sound incredibly creepy.
Look, you're gonna have to face.
You're lying. Deep.
He told.
I don't.
Why do you?
I don't know. It's run by an emotionless sleazebag. I never liked him.
I mean, it seems the feeling was mutual. Okay, let's use the word turtle
You call
dove.
Ken your turtle dove, right?
That's private. How did you know about that?
He told me himself. All this mooning, thinks it's pathetic.
He. What?
It's over, kid. You want my advice? Forget about him and get on with your. Well, you need to get over him, is all I'm saying.
No. I need to hear it from him. Just one more time. From him.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a sec.
Let me guess. That was Tiffany.
Why didn't you stop her?
Because I can't touch ghosts?
Right, forget it. Let's just get after her.
I mean, we also know exactly where she's going. Like, it's not hard to figure out. She's going back to Ken.
Talk to me. Please, just talk to me. Please don't do this.
Right. So, we can hear her complaining through the,
Talk to
through the
me.
door.
Please, just talk to me.
He can't hear her, thank
Please
goodness.
don't do this.
Come on in.
Confirm it's over.
So you're through with Tiffany completely.
Yes. Like I told you, I'm sorry she's gone, but I'm glad she's out of my life.
What?
What a total embarrassment she was.
Embarrassment? Ken, you don't mean that.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do. With that squeaky, lovey-dovey voice and the way she'd throw herself at me in public,
I thought you liked it.
you'd think a guy would like that kind of attention, but she was so needy and
Right.
desperate about it.
Desperate? I was not desperate. It is fate.
She said we were destined to be together, that it was fate.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. We're supposed
She is
to be
incredibly
together.
clingy.
Gavin said so.
I don't know why I didn't end it right then and there, but like an idiot, I just kept being reeled back in.
I gave up everything for you. I gave up my life for you.
She thought I'd give up my entire life for her, but that was crazy. I only hope she found some happiness before she died.
Died?
Right,
Died?
she's
Am I dead to
realizing
you? Is
she's
that it?
dead.
I can't
It's
even
just
look at
taking
you.
a bit.
I've got to get out of here. I need air.
Whoa. Did you feel that? Feels like the AC kicked in. Anyway, take my advice. You meet a guy you like, don't smother him. He'll just run away.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, I think that's everything. Thanks again, Ken.
Sure. You know, feels kind of good to talk about it. And well, I hope you'll be discreet.
Now, hopefully I can end it soon. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Okay. So, next episode we will use the tie on Tiffany and help her move on. And then go about ending the game. See you then.